When sending emails, are you wasting valuable time typing your name and contact information every time? If you're not using signatures, you are wasting a lot of time. I'll show you how to create signatures in Gmail today on Tuesday Tech Training. Hi, my name is Jennifer Stewart. I'm the owner of Gateway Productivity, and I'm a tech and productivity trainer. Today, I'd like to show you a big time saver, which is creating signatures in Gmail. For those who aren't familiar, a signature is when your name and contact information can automatically appear on emails. If you're not using them yourself, you've probably seen them come from other people where that signature is always the same thing every time. Sometimes it has pictures, sometimes it has quotes, and then sometimes it just has people's contact information. The ability to create signatures like that exists in all email programs, and today we'll talk about what that looks like in Gmail. To create your first signature, the easiest thing to do is to go to your settings, which is this gear in the upper right-hand corner, right above where you see my picture. Click on that, and actually I'll move the picture down because you want to do this See All Settings. Click on that button there. It'll bring you to the settings menu. And signatures are actually about 3/4 of the way down the screen. So go ahead and scroll about 3/4 of the way down. And if you don't have any signatures, you might fly right on by it because it is a small section here and it just has this button that says Create New. So we'll click on that. And we're first going to give the signature a name. This is not necessarily your name. This is what the signature means to you, whether it is your company, whether it is a personal signature. You could actually have multiples. So you want to be specific about what this is. So for me, I will call this my company. Now that we've added the name, we'll click Create. You can see it gives you this new big box full of possibilities. The left-hand box that you see will show you what signatures you have. Since this is the first one we've created, it's the only one that we see. But once we have additional ones, we'll see them listed here. And you can always click on whichever one you want and click on the little pencil icon to edit your signature. And here's where you can edit the name if you messed up and you mistyped something. And then here, once you've clicked on it, you'll have this box, and this is where you can create your signature. Most people will put just a basic name, phone number, maybe a website if you have that, or any other contact information that you need to include. I'm going to put my name, company name, phone number, and website. If this is all the basic information that you need and it will save you a ton of time, that's fantastic. It doesn't have to be a fancy signature. We're just looking to save you the time of typing this every time you email someone. You can see here at the bottom, they have a lot of editing options. We can bold, italic, those typical things, but then this is important. You can make a link. So you can see my website isn't necessarily showing up as a link, and I don't know that there's a guarantee that it will when it sends to people. So I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to make sure that it's a link. And you can see that Gmail was smart enough to know, oh, that is a website. I see that it is, and it automatically picked it up and put in all the relevant information. And if that's not something that you wanted, you could then choose to remove that link and just have it be regular text. Some other important editing options are inserting an image, which we'll do in a minute. And then also you can create numbered lists. And then if you click the little arrow, there's lots of options. There's bulleting, and this is to tab your bullets in and out, or tab, let's say you wanted your company tabbed a little bit further over. Let me show you what that looks like. I would put my cursor right in front of it, and then I could tab it forward. So that's what that option does. And I'm going to actually bring it back. And then you can see you've got quotes, you have crossing out of text. There's all types of options here that you can make your signature just a little bit more interesting. Once you have the signature looking the way you want, let's look at these options here. The signature defaults are for new emails. There's no signature set, but now that we've created one, I can select that I always want new emails to use this signature. And then replying and forwarding, some people like to have their signature on that, some people don't. So you can choose whether or not you would like that. I'll leave this as no signature. And here you can see insert signature before quoted text in replies and remove the line that precedes it. That is again a preference, and that kind of goes along with this on reply or forward. So you can decide if you would like to have this and remove the line that precedes it when you do a reply. Once you have everything set up the way you want, be sure to scroll to the bottom and save changes. I have so many clients that work so hard on a signature, then they don't save the changes. So be sure to save changes. It will take you back to the inbox. But if you think of something you want to add or anything like that, again, I'll move my picture down so we can go to the settings and see all settings. And this is where you can get back to that signature and make changes. And you can see, since that's the only signature, it automatically thinks that's what I want to work on. If I click on it, then it automatically sets up this editing option. Now let's say I realize, oh, I would like to have my picture at the bottom of this signature. How I can do that is click to the end of my current signature. I'm going to hit enter to get to the next line. Then I'm going to click the insert image option. And I have my picture right here. So I will select that. And if you don't have your picture or whatever it is that you want to put in your signature inside of your Google Drive, you can always upload here and select your file from your device. In this case, I do have it in my drive, my Google Drive, and I'm going to select that one. Now we can see that it is really big. So I don't want that to be quite so big when people click on my signature. And so I'm going to click on the picture itself, and you can see it automatically has a bunch of options. So let's see how each of these looks. The small one, yeah, that's pretty small. Medium, that might be the best one. Actually, I think I'll probably keep it at the small one, but you can see there's lots of different options. The original size, the large even makes it larger than the original size. So you can play around with that and pick the one you like best. I think I'll do the small, and I actually want a little bit more space before it. So I will hit enter right before it to give a little bit of extra space. And now I'm happy with that signature. So I'm going to scroll down and again, save changes. Always save changes at the bottom. Now let's say I want a second signature that is for personal emails. I have some personal emails coming in here and I don't want to use that formal signature. To create that second signature, I'll go to settings, see all settings, and then scroll about 3/4 of the way down as we have been doing. And to create another signature, I'm going to click the create new. This one, I'm just going to call it personal because I know what that means. And I'm going to create that. You can see it starts me with something blank, and I'm just going to put in my name and phone number for this personal one. Since this is for personal emails, I want to have it a little bit more fun, so I'm going to change it to a different font. Now that I have everything I want, again, I'll go down and save changes. There are a couple things to think about when you're building your signatures. The different types of signatures that you need, of course, is the number one thing to think about. If you want your signature to be some kind of image that has really pretty font that maybe matches your logo can go into your signature. As we could see the picture, your logo would be the same type of thing. But if you want those all merged together, you might talk to a marketing professional about putting something really slick together for you. Another way that I've seen signatures used is to save specific text that you use frequently. And so you can create a signature that has that block of text in it. And I will show you in a moment how to add that to an email. The key is that with signatures, you can only have one signature at a time. So if you have your basic signature on there and you want to put a block of text in there, a signature is not probably the best way to do it. We can talk about templates in another video, which is how you would want to add blocks of text that are always the same. However, if you send standard emails and you want to put that email plus your signature in here and create that as, say, a prospect email, you can certainly do that if you don't want to learn how to do the templates. Now let's look at how to work with signatures within an email. When you are working on an email, if you've set a certain signature to show up when you first compose an email, so all new emails show the signature, when you click compose, you can see here that signature immediately shows up that we created because that's how we put the settings. Now, in this case, I'm writing a message to my mom. So I want this to have the personal signature instead. The way I would do that is go down to the pin right here. It's the last icon listed. And you can see it says insert signature. As a reminder, you can only have one signature per email. So if I choose to switch it, it will take out what's there and put the new one in. And we'll see what that looks like now. When I click on insert signature, I can choose to have no signature or the Gateway Productivity that was on there. And then my personal is the one that I want for this email. If you're in your composing screen and realize that you need to make a change to your signature, you can actually go to it straight here. When you click on Manage Signatures, it'll leave your current email open. You can click the top bar to minimize it. Or you can also click the little line. Let me move my picture, the little line right here. That minimizes it as well. But the easiest way is just to click the bar. And now you can work within the settings without losing the message that you were working on. So that's just another way to get into the signature settings. Although it seems like you're not saving very much time by adding these signatures, if you were to add up every email that you send and every time that you have typed your name and all the contact information, or you've inserted a picture manually in there, the time saved really does add up over the days, months, and years. Have you had a light bulb moment from this training? If so, please let me know in the comments below, and you can also put a question in there and I'll get back to you as soon as possible on the answer. You can also give the video a thumbs up or share it with someone you think could benefit from the information. And be sure to subscribe by clicking the red button below. Once you subscribe, you'll have the choice to click a bell icon. That will give you notifications when new videos are posted. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.